Potential is investment. Don't take potential as an insult if I were to say, you got potential. I'm not trying to say you got potential like you can get better someday at something because you're horrible at it right now. I'm not exactly saying that. Some people say that, and that's what some people mean in the meaning, in the definition, and what they're trying to say when they say you got potential. When something or somebody has potential, they may be saying that the person's not good now, but maybe someday they will. Whether or not they believe it or not. Because sometimes you say something, you don't really mean it, you don't really believe it. And you just say it to make the other person feel better. Or to trick them, manipulate them, lead them astray, turn them into your robot, your puppet in propaganda, which is something that the government and certain people in higher powers do all around the world with the New World Order, the Antichrist, different things, and even different people, random people, famous people, not famous people, just typical people off the side of the streets, your parents, your friends, your family, peer pressure, anybody. We're all guilty. As humans, we do different things for different reasons, and some things for the better and some things for the worse. And lying is not always a good thing. You have this prostitute named Rahab around 3,000 or more years ago, and she kind of lies because there were some spies in her house. You know, in this like kingdom in the Middle East, in Jericho, in the Middle East, like you know where Palestine and Israel is, Palestine and or Israel is like today, in that area, Jericho, Jerusalem, places like that in the Middle East. Like there was a kingdom, I think it was called Jericho, like 3,000 years ago, and there was this girl, this girl named Rahab, and she's like a prostitute, or like maybe she just worked at hookers or something. But like so this riot, these people come and they're like, oh, we're looking for these two guys, and she's like, oh, they must have got away. I don't know where they are. So she lied, and then later, like the two spies come back with a big army, and the towers, no, the walls cave in. They fall down because the army marches around it, and then God squashes down the tower, and then eventually they conquer the city, the kingdom. But the house where Rahab lived stayed. And so she was rewarded for hiding the spies, for maybe for lying. I think the Bible says she was rewarded for hiding the spies. It may not say that she was rewarded for lying. I don't think you could be rewarded for lying. I don't know if lying can be a good thing, or like, misleading people. Could that be a good thing? Could lying be a good thing? Could white lie be a good thing? Could, telling the truth but not telling people everything, could that be a good thing? I'm not exactly sure. But in this video, I'm trying to say that potential is very important. Even if somebody says potential and they don't really mean it, or they mean it in a bad way, potential still has a lot of potential. Potential is a very interesting word, because it's like it's saying that things can get better, that a person can get better, not just hopefully, but like definitely. I mean, at least that should be what it means. If you say, you should say it sparingly, and you should say it like you mean it. If you see actual potential, like for example, the high school coach, basketball coach, leader, boss of Michael Jordan should have seen potential and may have seen potential in Michael Jordan. Hopefully, people could have seen Michael Jordan when he was younger, like when he was like 15 years old, before he played basketball for the NBA, the National Basketball Association, for the Chicago Bulls, before he was in college and before he played professionally for the Chicago Bulls, back when he was just a youth, a teenager. People should have and may have seen the potential in Michael Jordan, who goes on to be the greatest all-around basketball player ever in the history of time, in the whole entire world, kind of thing. Like, people should look at him and say, I think he's gonna get better. I think I think he's really good, and it looks like he has a lot of passion. He has a lot of drive and motivation to become a better person. To become better, to continue to get better, because when you have that kind of accumulation and increase and drive, when you have that kind of momentum where you keep on going and going, getting better every day, where practice makes perfect, you go places that not a lot of people will go, and only other people with the same kind of drive and progress and speed and momentum will follow, in your footsteps, kind of thing, or past your footsteps if they're going faster than you. And only a few will go. And you have to remember, no pain, no gain, because it takes a lot of pain to progress in the potential of your opportunities and capacity, in your talent, in your gifts, in the things that you can do, and the things that you will learn how to do, and the things that you continue to learn to do, to get better in. And life is full of these surprises where you don't exactly know who has potential. Life is full of surprises because you don't always know who has that potential to get better. Sometimes you can, if you use your eyes, your spiritual eyes, your third eye right here, or not literally right here, but figuratively, hypothetically, theoretically, or whatever, your third eye, so to speak, your spiritual eye, your intuition. If you can use your intuition, if you have some intuition or a lot of intuition, the more intuition, the better. If you can use your intuition, you can start to look into people. You can start to look into people, start to look into the eyes of the people, which is the gateway into their soul, to look into their character, their attributes, their integrity of who they really are, and into what they're going to become. Like, as you get to know who somebody is, where they've been, where they are, you become more aware of where they are going, or where they might be going, or where they could be going. You see somebody, first you see where they're from, then you see where they are, but first you gotta see where they're from, because where they're from determines where they are now. You can better understand where a person is now by first looking at their history of who they are, where they've been, and then as you begin to understand where they've been and where they are, you can begin to think about where they're going, where they might be going, where they could be going, and where they could be going in life, and who they could be becoming in life, in all the possibilities. That is their potential. That is their destiny or their fate. I prefer the word destiny over the word fate. The word fate seems to be more negative, like, oh, you have to do this kind of thing, like, this is gonna happen and you can't avoid it. And destiny seems to be more positive, like, it's something that you have a say in and you get to be a part of it, and you get to determine whether or not it's gonna happen. And like, it's gonna happen maybe because it's your destiny, but maybe not, because you still have a choice and you still have freedom, you still have free will kind of thing. But when it happens, you're gonna be excited, like, my destiny came true, my dreams came true, instead of like, fate. I fell into fate, and they finally caught up with me. The cops finally caught up with me, and my fate is that I'm thrown in jail. That's fate. Like, it's sad if you're a criminal, but you deserve it, I guess. Like, you do something bad, and the cops come and throw you in jail, or they throw you in dungeon. They give you capital punishment and cut off your head, or shock you to death in an electric chair, and you die. Or they hang you on a cross, nail you to a cross, hang you like the KKK or something, or like the Nazis or the Hitler, kill you, behead you, shoot you to death or something. With some of those things, people don't actually deserve some of the things they do, and you can call that fate, because fate is like, it's like destiny but in a bad way, and destiny is like fate but in a good way. And potential is the path towards the destiny, towards the fate. Potential is more the direction, the destiny. It's like, did I say destination? Like, I'm trying to say, like, the path. I'm trying to come up with another word for the word path. Like, as you go down the path, you begin to fulfill your potential, if you have potential. But everybody does have potential, and you become better, and you go after your destiny, not really after your fate, because I don't really like that word as much. Even though the word destiny is similar to the word fate, I like the word destiny more. It's more exciting. So potential is about fulfilling your destiny, going after your destiny, becoming all that you can be in the army. What do you think about potential? Do you have potential? Do I have potential in the different things that I do in my life, and making videos or whatever else that I do? Or do I lack potential? Do you have potential, or do you lack potential? What kind of potential do you have? What kind of things are you capable of doing and not doing? Do you like the word destiny more than the word fate? Is potential something that leads towards destiny? Tell me what you think. Email me if you want. originaloatmeal@gmail.com. Like me, subscribe to me. Talk to me. Call me. Come to my house and have a party with me. Write to me. Leave me some comments with questions, concerns, anything you can think of. Order a pizza for me. Take some marijuana with me. No, I don't have any. Sorry, you'd have to bring some. Then I would say, no way. Get lost, fool. Ask me some questions. Tell me what kind of videos I should make in the future. Or come to my house with a pan and hit me over the head. Cut me up in little pieces and throw me in the lake like Dexter does. Then tell your sister who you are. Then find that crazy doctor who knows who you are and hopes he's not crazy.